My name's Amy Orr-Ewing. I'm the UK Director at the Zacharias Trust, and this is a series of devotions in the build-up to Easter. Love's Unveiling. Meltdown. Matthew writes that Peter began to call down curses and he swore to them, "I don't know the man." As you hear today's passage read, ask the Lord to search your heart and show you any ways that you may have let him down, and ask for his forgiveness and healing. Now Peter was sitting out in the courtyard and a servant girl came to him. "You also were with Jesus of Galilee," she said. But he denied it before them all. "I don't know what you're talking about," he said. Then he went out to the gateway where another servant girl saw him and said to the people there, "This fellow was with Jesus of Nazareth." He denied it again with an oath, "I don't know the man." After a little while, those standing there went up to Peter and said, "Surely you are one of them. Your accent gives you away." Then he began to call down curses and he swore to them, "I don't know the man." Immediately a rooster crowed. Then Peter remembered the word Jesus had spoken, "Before the rooster crows, you will disown me 3 times." And he went outside and wept bitterly. Have you noticed that the New Testament is never guilty of fawning over the disciples and painting them in a gilded light? If one were looking for confirmation that the Gospels are historical and not wish fulfillment on the part of the disciples, today's passage would be a good place to start. Peter, who's going to be the rock upon which Jesus will build the church, has a spectacular meltdown of faith. He knew full well that he was in danger of denying the Lord. After all, he'd been warned by Jesus very clearly. And yet here he persistently denies the Lord when questioned by a slave girl, not a person he needed to be afraid of in his Roman culture. In fact, as each opportunity to acknowledge Jesus presented itself, he strengthened the force of his denials rather than speaking the truth. He doesn't seem able to stop himself on the slippery slope of self-preservation. When the rooster finally crowed, Peter was absolutely distraught. The irony is that he was trying to avoid discomfort by denying Christ, but his actions have the opposite effect. In response, think about Christians you know who courageously communicate their faith. Thank God for them and ask him to help you be more willing to speak about him to others today.